you may notice we're doing something a bit different this week. I'll give you a hint. Do you remember the time Goku and Piccolo learned how to drive? Not part of saving the world, but still a great memory. That's what this is. Marcus and I secretly record our conversations when we think we're about to dive off into some interesting territory that the podcast wasn't going to venture into. Rough takes, weak audio quality, but hidden gems. It's your favorite mixtape that sustained you until the album dropped. This is the Nerds on Hip Hop filler episode.
KRS-One apparently was the first guy to say, "Never trust a big butt and a smile." I had no idea.
Say that again?
KRS-One was the first person to say, "Never trust a big butt and a smile." It's not Bebe DeVoe.
Really?
Yeah, I forgot what song was it. Gotta look it up now.
That's interesting.
Smiling Faces.
Huh.
Yeah.
I guess he's ahead of the time.
Apparently so.
Although that doesn't sound like a traditional KRS line, to be honest with you.
It doesn't, and that's probably why he doesn't get credit for it, because people were shocked that he said it, and it was like, oh, just skim over it.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was trying to say. The LL Cool J thing. So yeah, because of all of that, I've never respected LL Cool J. Then listening, a lot of cats who grew up in the 80s will tell us otherwise. So here's the best example. There was a point in time where there's this argument between Charles Hamilton and Joe Budden. And it was just more of those like barbershop type arguments. And it ended up being an argument between Slick Rick and LL Cool J. In my head, I was siding with Charles, where it was like, of course, it's Slick Rick. Why would you pick LL Cool J over Slick Rick? That doesn't make sense.
Right.
Like, because everything we know of LL is just like so
pop.
Not into it. Right. It's like, why would you? It's Slick Rick. Right.
Children's Story over with that song he has with J-Lo. It's madness.
And then, as I read Dart Adams' piece, I don't know if I got through Stereo Williams' piece.
I just finished reading it, funny enough.
And you think about, I've been just trying to listen to just pick random songs from different years just to kind of get a sound of what that year sounds like. And it's just like, oh, it's weird right now. When you listen to that, and then you listen to Run DMC, you're like, wow. The timing is off by 2 years. The difference in time is 2 years. Cool J is 16, while Run DMC is probably like around their 20s.
I think early 20s, yeah.
And you're just like, wow. He already has their skill already.
It's insane.
Right, like, when you put it in that context and Rick Rubin's production, I was like, the drums work better, because I don't know if I can go back and buy the very first Run DMC album. I'm thinking about it, I was just like, I don't know if I'm going to like it.
Do it.
I think I could do radio.
I could do radio, if I collected CDs.
Or because, certain people
Spotify
have a certain affinity, not just for Spotify.
Whatever. Anyway, the stereo piece though is basically talking about how like we kind of give LL his props for being like great, but we kind of forget why we do it.
That's interesting. I didn't.
And
I think that does it differently from what I was thinking. Because I think for a lot of our generation, we don't necessarily. Well, yeah, I feel much more safe feeling younger, quote unquote, backpacker-ish people who love hip hop don't give LL Cool J as much credit as we do a lot of other early 80s legends.
True. Yeah, but
we
then
take him for granted.
He was also saying just like how we should like not take him for granted, because he's like really dope. Oh, yeah, so it was good. Good piece, man.